How's it going, my friends? My name is Chris, and welcome to my channel. Um, Before I go further, I know what you're thinking. If this is your first time here or have been here a while, there's no van life going on. The name is Chucktown Van Life. Well, it was and it still is. It's just right now there's not a lot of van life going on. Right now, I am in the midst, excuse me, of building a tiny home and getting my home base situated. These are plans, and we're going to show them here. We're going to get to that here in just a second. I'll flash them on the screen and we'll talk about it here in a minute. So once I get my home base situated, then I'm going to go back to maybe they're doing a van or RV or something. It's going to be Class B. That I'll tell you, because I like that. Class B, you can get anywhere, you can park anywhere, and you can make it your little home. So I think that's what's real so cool about it, and I love it. I love it so much. But be it that I may want to get started, and we're gonna get to uh, showing you the plans here, and finally got the plans. We got the plans for the build, and all I need to do so far is to get him to email me the PDF so I can get those plans to the builder. That's important. We'll get the plans to the builder. That's the next step. Once I know the builder is on board and we've got that done, I'll start my process. I've got paperwork. It's, I don't know how thick, that I've got to get through, and I've got to meet with contractors and get everybody lined up before I present all this stuff to the county. So, and the process is after the builder, it's go to the town where I'm at. The town will take the site plan and their information. They'll approve it, send a letter to the county. I'll pay the tap and impact fees for the water because the sewer is already there, and then I'll get all that stuff done. Uh, present everything to the county, and then take it from there. It's a whole checklist of stuff. The thing is, I'm serving as my own contractor here, and there's a few steps I've got to take, and I'm not good at this because I've never done this before. It's a new experience for me. It's going to be uh, very interesting to say the least. It really will be. But be it that it may, we're going to get through it. We're going to do this. I don't know if it's really going to be the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I don't think that it will. So, anyway, I'm going to bring these up and show you, and we'll get started. Okay, now, the first thing you see on the screen here is a site plan. Right here is the street that comes in. That's the driveway I've shown you. You've seen that. If not, go back and look at the videos. We've laid the gravel driveway down. It's a good basis for the future. What I can only hope though is we're in the wet season. When it's in winter time, it gets like that. So hopefully we can get this ground solid and dry enough so concrete trucks start moving back here, and getting the house situated and everything done for the foundation, everything out. And back here, back in the far right there, that square is going to be where the house is. And I'll have right in front of it a little patio area and a walkway that'll take you to the gravel driveway. And back to the left here, as you look at the house towards the back, I'll have a utility garage shed. It'll be a shed. And say I may go with the same company that's doing the shed to conversion, the tiny home here, those portable building to home conversion, do the shed and have them built right, and they'll look alike. In other words, same color, look really good. Have both of them kind of look together, so to speak. I think it would be real cool. So that would be the site plan. Basically, that's the plat of the land. The land is a little over a half an acre, about 0.52 acres, and there is room later down the road, as I've mentioned, to uh, to build another house in front here. And this, the one I'm building, would eventually be a guest house. It'd be pretty cool. So the next one I'm showing you here is the exterior. As you can see here, I did the best job I could, because I don't have the PDF right now, but I did the best job that I could of just taking a picture with my cell phone of these. But as you can see here, you can kind of see second page back there. That's your second page bleeding through back there, all that stuff in the background. But this is the exterior. You can see the windows on one side. There's a little 6 foot by 14 porch. And you see on the bottom here, they're going to be on piers. There's concrete piers coming out of the footings. and everything is bolted in. This is something that has to be done. You've got to do this stuff. You can't get past this stuff. If you're going to get a building permit, you're going to have this thing foundation, as well as we'll get to the size windows that are going to have to be here in a second. So you can see the other side of the house on the bottom down here with 2 more windows. As well as if you look to the top here, the back part, there's no windows in the back. And in the bottom, you see the front door with the 2 windows on the sides. Pretty cool. It's a tiny home. That's what it's going to be. And I'm okay with this. I love it. But on the window size here, code says that you have to have, God forbid you have to escape from this thing. You have to have windows big enough. So the code says minimum for at least the bedroom side, you have to have a 36-inch wide by a 60-inch high window. And that's the 2 windows on this side of the house down on the bottom that you see are 36 by 60 high. On the other side of the house, across on the front, there's another 36 by 60 high, and these 2 be back for the bathroom, and the kitchen will be 24 by 36. So that's the exterior. The next is your framing information, stuff they'll need when they frame this thing. Basic A-frame, basic pitch, nothing major on that deal. I don't know what he set that pitch at, but these guys know how to read plans. They'll see it all in here. It's all done. And you see on the bottom here, if you look on the bottom right, you see the concrete pier information, stuff that the concrete people, the footings that go in, and with the piers that come up. A lot of your strapping, I talked about, I'm in a wind zone. They're going to have to build this thing with all your strapping and your hooks right here. In the center, you see your rafter truss hooks. Those have to be your hooks on your floor joist. They had to do 2x12 floor joist. You don't really go on the lot and pick one of these things out that have 2x12 floor joists. They're usually about 2x6. If they're 2x4, that depends on how small it is. It's probably too small. You probably want a 2x6 or higher on your floor joist. So that's that. And your next photo you see on the screen here is your footings. These black outline here is the footings will go all the way around the house. You've got them one in the center, and another one in the center here for the porch. These are your piers, your footings and your piers. My biggest worry here, guys, and I don't know what the builder's going to do about bringing it in and getting it on top of these piers. I'm hoping he's got something to raise this up high enough and roll it back and set it down on these piers. That's my biggest worry. I don't know if I'm worried about anything else other than them bringing it in and being able to set it down. So that's the outline of all that. And the last page here is my inside layout. Now, pretty basic. It's going to be an open floor plan. The very front here, you see steps. This is your porch area. You're 6 feet deep by 14 feet wide. And then you've got your front door here, your 2 windows on the side. To the right here, you've got a window, another window over the kitchen, a window in the bathroom, and your 2 windows to the left. To the front left here, like a living studio area. And then back here is the bedroom area. And then to the right, they'll frame a wall here with a doorway, and then a wall here, and it'll be my bathroom. Shower, toilet, a single vanity sink, washer, dryer, stackable combo, and this little corner open for have my breaker box, a tankless hot water here, and just an area to put things, as well as I can have a little cabinet over here for linens and stuff. Nothing major. So 5 pages of these plans, pretty simple. It's nothing intricate. This was probably the easiest job this guy could have done. It really is. Much easier than most. It's not like we're building a 2,000 square foot home here. So, like I said, this is the easiest job this guy could have done as an engineer. It's not like we're building a 2,000 or 3,000 square foot home and they could get this thing framed and brought in, set down. I'm just, like I said earlier, I'm only worried about them getting it in, setting it on those piers. I'm hoping that these guys will be on board to do this. And the engineer wondered why. And I was like, it's just going to be an easier process for me. I have a method to my madness on this. But he seemed to think, well, it seems like it'd be more expensive for them to do it than have somebody come in and frame it for you. But I mean, there's a reason why I'm doing this, and I think it's going to make the process much easier, be quick and efficient. And I've had a few questions like, why would I want a metal roof? Well, metal roofing lasts a lot longer. It's stronger. It's more durable. Uh, when these particular buildings built, the roof's going to have a 25-year warranty on it. The siding, this is one thing I talk about, and I've said it before, you need to be very careful if you buy one of these sheds to do this. I mean, one, depending on where you live, you're going to have that shed custom built to specs for building code. But make sure the siding on those things is a really good siding. On this particular one, it's going to be the LAP LP Smart siding. It's going to have a little radiant coating on the inside and on the roof there, underside of the roof. And when I insulate, I'm going to use rock wool and a couple of things that will really help offset the heat from that. There's just some things you need to think about. You know, you need to make sure that your floor joists are treated. You got to have treated wood because one, they're going to be on concrete piers, even if they're on concrete blocks. You need those things treated because moisture can transfer into the wood and rot your floor joists. You don't want to get into that. Most of the time, 9/10 of the time, these shed manufacturers do that with treated wood. You may see some shed manufacturers frame the whole shed in treated wood, which is actually not a bad idea because termites are not going to eat treated wood. The benefit here is I've got treated floor joists. Termites aren't going to eat the siding, treated siding, and I can treat the inside framing. But up on piers, 3.5 feet up in the air, there's a chance I'm not really going to have problems with termites at all. But no matter what, you always want to keep an eye on that and do that. You really do. You want to probably once or twice a year treat the soil around your house. Just treat the soil. There's stuff you can spray into the soil to treat for termites. It can deter them. So that's something to look into further as well as we get to that point. That I'm nowhere near that right now. I've got to get that house built and get it to it. So that's the plans. If I can get him to email me the PDF, I can get it to the builder, and then we're good. And other than that, nothing much going on. But once it does, I'll cut you in on it. I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks so much.